Okay, check it out. We're playing American Civil War Solitaire. It's a very simple game. Um, this is the board at setup, and each these markers, that's one army, that's two armies, etc., etc. These are gunboats. There's blue and gray ones. These are only for the Union. They're big boats, big sailing ships. They can either transport from a port to a port and invade, or they can blockade, which kind of may keep money from the Confederacy during the Confederacy's money phase. There's also generals, which give you pluses to die rolls, and there's generals on both sides. In this game, you are playing the Union side, and the system is playing the Confederacy. There are rules for a two-player version, but however, the only difference is the Confederacy still has random replacements. So at one phase in the game, you can buy units and place them. In the solo game, the Confederacy randomly places. They still have to do that also in the two-player game. So I don't really see this game being very much fun two-player. I have played a couple turns previous to this new setup, and I am of the opinion that this game is hella fun. I love playing it. It's a lot of fun. I also had played Solitaire Caesar, or Caesar Solitaire, off of wargamedownloads.com, and that was another cheap game that was a lot of freaking fun for what it was. And this seems to be the same kind of deal. Like I was saying, this is the setup. There's a sequence of play, the Union build phase, Union move and combat phase, then it's the Confederate build phase, Confederate move and combat phase, and then the end-in phase. There are end-ins. The only end-ins that start are the Cherokee, and they are allied with the Confederacy. There's three different regions in the game. There are these green regions, which are Union, which are allied. There's these orange ones, which are enemy, which is generally the South. And then there are these pink ones. I don't know if it shows pink or orange really on this video, but those are neutral. And then there are, well, no, these are neutral as well. These public lands and Indian lands. There are 20 turns in the game, and that's the way it starts. These represent forts. Shit. These, well, whichever way you want to place them, it doesn't matter. These represent forts, and they're basically another man and a defensive bonus. Each man figure is an quote army. The way combat is run is it's odds determined, but it's like Risk. Like it might be three men against one man. That'd be a 3-to-1 odds. And then there's die roll modifiers for leaders and other things. We'll get into that later when I make a video about combat. But it's not a bad little print and play game for $5. I'm telling you guys. If you're a solo player, you definitely want to check this out. Now, there's some ambiguities in the rules. There's some things that there's some questions there's no answers to. and you have to use your best judgment to come up with them. There were a few things I ran into the last couple times, the last couple turns I played before I restarted for this video, and there's no answer to them. There's no real clear explanation in the rules or anything. And but if you're an experienced war gamer, you can come up with a rule very quick on the fly. But I will be returning and exploring this a little bit more because it's just so much fun. Thanks for watching.